Good morning, students. Today's concept is proportions. Basically, the proportion term represents equality of two or more ratios. Okay, proportions represents equality of two or more ratios. It is if A by B is equal to C by D. That implies, what's the meaning of fraction A by B? A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. See here, two ratios are equal, then we can say that A ratio B is proportional. Okay, these four dots, okay, proportional to C ratio D. Okay, whenever two ratios are equal, then we can write A ratio B equal to C ratio D, and we can read it as A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D. Okay, for example, see, I am taking 9 ratio 6 is equal to, you can write it as 3 ratio 2. Yes or no? 9 ratio 6 clearly equal to 3 ratio 2. Why? 9 by 6 is equal to 3 by 2. 3 3s are 9. 3 2s are 6. 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Now you can observe, na, here A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. Okay, in this case we can say that 9:6 is proportional to 3 ratio 2. That's the meaning of proportion. Whenever two ratios are equal, we can say that two ratios are in proportion. In general, see, if A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D, that means A by B is equal to C by D. That implies AD is equal to BC. This is a condition called proportionality. Whenever two ratios are equal, then A into D is equal to B into C. Here see, A into D, 9 2s are, it's equal to 18. P into C, 6 3s are, it's equal to again 18. AD is equal to BC, then you can say that two ratios are in proportion. Next is types of proportions. Okay. First is mean proportion. I am considering ratio A ratio B is proportional to B ratio C. That A ratio B is equal to B ratio C. Then mean proportion is given by square root of AC. Okay, that means here B is the mean proportional to A and C. Okay, remember the formula. Suppose see, find the mean proportional to 1 and 9. Okay, two numbers are given. You need to find the mean proportional. Okay, mean proportional to 1 and 9 is given by square root of 1 into 9. Okay, it's equal to square root of 9, it's equal to 3, because positive root of 9. Positive root of 9 is equal to 3. Therefore, mean proportional to 1 and 9 is equal to 3. You can write it as 1:3 is proportional to 3:9. Now see, A into D, 1 into 9 is 9. B into C, 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Okay, equality of the ratios holds, right? Therefore, whenever two numbers are given and question is find mean proportional, then take square root of A into B. That gives mean proportional to the given two numbers. Clear? Second type is simple proportion. Okay, in a proportion, number of related terms within 4. In that case, we call that proportion as a simple proportion. That means, see, here A ratio B proportional to C ratio D. Now see how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. In a proportion is lies between 4. Okay, we call that proportion as a simple proportion. Third one is compound proportion. Okay. Proportion means in a proportion number of related terms exceeds 4. Okay, we called it as the compound proportion. For example, see, A ratio B proportional to C ratio D proportional to E ratio F. Okay, A is to B proportional to C is to D proportional to E ratio F. In this case, see how many terms? Clearly 6 terms are there. It exceeds 4, right? In this case, we called it as the compound proportion. The next is direct proportion. It is a positive correlation between terms where increase in the value of 1 is followed by proportionate increase in the another, and decrease in the value of 1 is followed by proportionate decrease in the another. That's the meaning of the direct proportion. It is a positive correlation between terms. That means terms in the given proportion. Okay, where increase in the value of one quantity is followed by proportionate increase in the another one. If there is a decrease in the value of one, then there is a proportionate decrease in the another quantity. For example, see height and weight of a person. Okay, if height of the person increases, clearly weight of the person also increases, right? Suppose height of the person decreases, then what about weight? It's directly correlated, right? Positive relation, right? Again, weight also decreases. Clear? Height of the person increases, weight also increases. If height decreases, then clearly weight also decreases. See, increase in the one quantity is a proportionate increase in the another quantity. Decrease in the one value, again proportionate decrease in the another value. It's a one example, height and weight. It's a positive correlation. So it's an example for direct proportion. See the second example, workers and work. Okay, see, number of workers increases, work done by that workers also increases. Suppose number of workers decreases, clearly work done by that people again decreases. Again see, increases means increases, decreases means decreases. You can see the positive correlation. Therefore, it's an example for direct proportion. Next one is the inverse proportion. Okay. It is a negative correlation between terms where increase in the value of 1 is followed by proportionate decrease in the another, and vice versa. Okay, see, it is a negative correlation between the terms of the given proportion, such that increase in the value of 1 is followed by decrease in the another value. If there is a decrease in the value of 1, then there is a increase in the value of the another quantity. Clear? In a direct proportion, increases, decreases. But in inverse proportion, increase in the one value, there is a proportionate decrease in the another value. If there is a decrease in the one value, then there is a proportionate increase in the another value. We call it as inverse proportion. For example, I am taking workers and days. That means time taken by the workers to finish the work. Okay, workers increases, clearly days decreases, right? As number of workers increases, they will take less days to finish that work, right? Suppose workers decreases, okay, then clearly number of days to finish that work increases, right? See, suppose 10 people are there, they are finishing that work in 3 days. If number of people or workers reduces to 5, okay, for 10 people they require 3 days, but 5 people are there, that means number of people less, clearly they need more days to finish that work, right? Suppose they may take 6 days. Now see, here you can see the inverse proportion. As workers increases, days decreases. If workers decreases, then see number of days increases. Increases, decreases. Decreases, increases. Here you can see the negative correlation. Okay, such type of proportions are called inverse proportion. Next is properties of the proportion. First one is inverted. Consider the proportion A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D. You can write it as A by B. What's the meaning of proportion? Equal to C by D. Okay. Now see, I am writing it as B by A is equal to D by C. Okay. Taking the reciprocal. Okay. B by A, D by C. Now see, your ratio becomes B ratio A proportional to, equal means proportional to C ratio D. Okay. If A ratio B proportional to C ratio D is given, then B ratio A proportional to C ratio D, we called it as invertido. Okay. Second one is alternando. Again consider the proportion A is to B proportional to C is to D. You can write it as A by B is equal to C by D, right? Now see, I am shifting this C here, A by C equal to shift B here, B by D. You can do na, taking C here and taking B here. Okay. Now see, in place of B, C is there. In place of C, here B is there. You are just interchanging B and C. Here you can write it as A is to C. Fraction A by C means A is to C. Equal means proportional to B ratio D. Okay, or B is to D. Now see, start with the A ratio B proportional to C ratio D. End with the A is to C proportional to B ratio D. This is called alternando. Property of the given proportion. Next property is component. A ratio B proportional to C ratio D is given. That is A by B is equal to C by D. Now see, I am writing it as A plus B divided by B is equal to C plus D divided by D. We call this as componendo. Clear? Componendo of the proportion A ratio B proportional to C ratio D is given by A plus B by B equal to C plus D by D. That means A plus B is to B is proportional to C plus D is to D. Next one is dividend. Again consider the proportion A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D. That is A by B is equal to C by D. Then A minus B by B is equal to C minus D by D. Okay. This value is called dividendo property of the given proportion. In componendo, A plus B by B equal to C plus D divided by D. In dividendo, A minus B by B is equal to C minus D divided by D. We called it as dividendo property of the proportion. Next one is componendo and dividendo. Here both are there, componendo as well as dividendo. A is to be proportional to C is to D is a given proportion. That means A by B is equal to C by D. Then the value A plus B divided by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. We know componendo means A plus B by B equal to C plus D divided by D. Okay, here you are using both componendo and dividendo. So its a value is A plus B by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. This is called componendo and dividendo property of the given proportion. Clear? Now see some problems related to above definitions. Okay. First question, see, find the fourth proportional to 6, 14, 15. Okay. To find fourth proportional, you need to write it as 6 is to 14 is proportional to 15 is to take it as x, fourth number as x. Whenever question is find the fourth proportion, write it as 6 is to 14, first two numbers, proportional to 15 is to x, third number is to last number, unknown number x. Okay. Now use the property. Proportion means two ratios are equal. Two ratios are equal means what's the condition? AD 6x is equal to BC 14 into 15. Okay. Now simplify this one. 3 2s are 3 5s are 2x is equal to 14 into 5. It's equal to 70. X is equal to 70 by 2. 70 by 2 is equal to 35. Okay. Therefore, fourth proportional to the given number 6, 14, 15 is 35. Okay, clear? Just use the proportion formula. Whenever two ratios are equal, product AD is equal to BC. Then simplify, then write the conclusion. Clear? See the next question. Find the mean proportional to 9 and 16. We have direct formula, right? A, B, C are given. Then mean proportional is given by square root of AC. Here see 9 and 16 is given. Use the direct formula. Mean proportional equal to square root of given two numbers 9 into 16. It's equal to, you can write it as square root of 9 into square root of 6, because whenever two positive numbers are given, we have the formula root AB equal to root A into root B. It's a very important condition. A must be a positive number, B must be a positive number. Then root of AB is root A into root B. So root of 9 into 16 you can written as root 9 into root 16. Root 9 means positive root of 9. Positive root of 9 is 3 into root 16 means positive root of 16. Positive root of 16 is 4. 3 4s are 12. Therefore, mean proportion to the given numbers 9 and 16 is 12. Okay, it's the answer. See the next question. Find the third proportional to 6 and 24. To solve this question, we need to write it as 6 is to 24 is proportional to, again take the second number, 24 is to x. Now see, it's in the formula A is to B proportional to B is to C. Here B is the common term. Okay, remember, whenever question is third proportional, you need to write it as A is to B proportional to B is to C. See, proportion is given, two ratios are equal means product ED 6 is equal to BC 24 into 24. Now see, 6 ones are 6, 4s are 24. Now x is equal to 24 into 4. If you multiply, here you will get 96. Therefore, x value equal to 96. What is x? X is the third proportional to 6 and 24. So write the conclusion. Third proportional to 6 and 24 is 96. It's the answer for the given question. See the next question. A is to B is equal to 4 is to 5. Find 3A plus 2B divided by 3A minus 2B. Okay. To solve this question, use the given data. A is to B is equal to 4 is to 5 is given. A ratio B is equal to some ratio is given means you need to take A is equal to 4 into some constant, B is equal to 5 into same constant. We studied that in ratio concept. Whenever ratios are given, you can't take A equal to 4 and B equal to 5. You need to take A equal to that number into one constant, B is equal to that number into same constant. Okay. Now substitute here 3 into 4k plus 2 into B value is 5k divided by here 3a, 3 into 4k minus 2 into 5k. Okay, it's equal to, you can't cancel here because here sum is there, minus is there, plus is there. What's the procedure? First you need to simplify, then only you need to cancel. So here 12k plus 10k, 5 2 is 10, 10k by 12k minus 10k. Okay, it's equal to 10 plus 12, it's equal to 22k divided by here 2k. Now see, k get cancels, 22 by 2 is equal to 11. Therefore 11 is the answer. If you substitute directly A equal to 4 and B is equal to 5, again you will get 11 only. But if it is a 2 mark question, you need to follow this procedure, because meaning of A ratio B is equal to 4 is to 5 means A equal to 4 into some number, B is equal to 5 into same number. Using actual procedure, you need to solve like this. If it is a 1 mark question means directly substitute 4 here, B place 5 here, substitute, you will get the 11 only. See the next question. Find the fourth proportional to 4, 5, 24. See, question is fourth proportional, so you need to write it as 4 is to 5 is proportional to 24 is to x. Proportion is given, product AD. 4x is equal to product BC, 24 into 5. 4 ones are 4 6 are 24. X is remaining, 6 5 is equal to 30. What is the meaning of x here? X is the fourth proportional to given numbers. So write the conclusion. Therefore, fourth proportional to the given numbers 4, 5, 24 is 30. It's the answer for the given question. See the next question. Find the third proportional to 4 and 6. Okay. Since the question is third proportional, you need to write it as 4 is to 6 is proportional to 6 is to x. What's the meaning of x? X is the third proportional to 4 and 6. Okay. It's a procedure, right? Okay. Now see, product AD 4x is equal to BC 6 into 6. 4x equal to 36. X is equal to 36 by 4. X is equal to 9. Okay. Write the conclusion. Here x is the third proportional, right? Therefore, third proportional to 4 and 6 is equal to 9. That's the answer for the given question. These are all some important 1 and 2 marks questions. In the next session, I will solve some important application problems under proportion. Thank you.